I'm learning Bill Payne. Can we stand? Can we stand? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can we stand? And say the Rotary motto. Serve above self. And now pledge allegiance to the flag. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Jim, may we have an invitation?
Please join in prayer or meditation as I say, blessings food to our youth and us to thy service. Amen.
Amen. Jim, do we have a song today?
Oh, we do. Open up that songbook, page 18, please.
18?
18. Yeah, Randy got it right. Rusty. Yeah, in light of the fact that the tide is rising, take me out to the ball game. Coming up soon. Hey,
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some beers and crackers now. I don't care if I never get back when these root, hold me. From when it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Thank you. Visiting from Cameron today, we have Jenny, Lois, Latana, close enough, Lajana from the Smithfield Rotary Club. She is their president nominee and has come to visit. She have anything to say?
Happy to be here, and this is my husband Jerry and our daughter Jada, and we vacation here every year. And wanted to stop by and see what your club's been up to. So thank you for having me.
Also, we're gonna have speaking for us today in a couple of minutes, Max Buck, who is the county administrator. Welcome. Thank you for visiting with us today. Looking forward to your talk. Okay, any announcements? Okay, Bill?
It's that time of year again. The district is going to have a Giving Tuesday. It'll be on the 28th of April. Real quick, for those that aren't aware of what happens on Giving Tuesday, the district will match contributions from $100 to $500. That's it. So if you give $500, they'll match that, then you'll get $1,000. And you will be, if you haven't given anything to the Rotary Foundation before, you'll now be a volunteer scout. So, but it has to be done on my Rotary on that day, and you have to do it online. And it has to go to the annual fund. I'll talk about this again next couple of weeks, but that's the gist of it. Now, the board has not met to see if we match like we have in the past. We will bring it up at our board meeting next week. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, any other announcements? Okay, Bill Payne, and I see, Steve.
Ladies first.
The social committee is meeting tomorrow afternoon at 5:30, and if I haven't invited you because I forgot that you volunteered to attend, please seek me. We're going to meet at Karen Rothrock's house at 5:30. Thank you.
We are definitely going to the Giants game on the 22nd. The bus will leave right across the street at 5 o'clock. We have 14 people signed up with 2 standbys. So if you don't feel badly if you must drop out or thinking about dropping out, the bus will be full. So keep that in mind. I'll send another email next week to remind everybody. Thank you so much.
What happens to the standby?
What's the question?
How will payments be made?
Payments are being made, IOU, check, cash, I'll take it all.
Not to Paul or you?
To me,
Okay.
yeah, and then I'll pass it on to Paul.
How much?
Dan had a question.
What happens to the standbys if the bus is full?
Definition of standby. You stand by and wait for 5. Matt gets it. But yeah, a little humor, we appreciate it.
Question, if standbys get like a ticket and they can drive themselves and get in at a discounted rate?
Yeah, it was, the standby is for the bus. If you decide, you really want to go to the game, you'll drive and maybe follow the bus, right? And you'll be sure to get there. Thank you, Betty.
Anything else in rubber hands?
How many people here are signed up and trained as readers? Please keep your hand up. I am circulating the schedule for not for when people are going to be reading, but what they are going to be doing once they get there, once they get to Cupid. And we are going to start. We have a start date. It's going to be the 17th. Did you have your hand up? Who grabbed their hand up? Hi, Graham. Thank you, Chair. And we will be I will be circulating a sign-up sheet. All right. All right. I'll tell you what. Okay, on that one, that. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to be sending around by email. First, we need people to sign up. I'll pass this around. As I say, we're going to start on the 17th. There will be 2 Rotarians each day, every Friday, through the end of school. Right now, they're out. There are no more holidays unless there are unexpected snow days between now and June. So every Friday, we're going to have 2 Rotarians in. One of them will read to 3 classes. One of them will read to 2 classes. I hope that grows and we add classes as we go along. For those of you who may be visiting, this is part of the literacy movement, and we are trying to get more reading and more readers into the school. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, I understand that Dora's already been around signing volunteers up for the workday. It is very important that we have a good turnout. We already have 7 people signed up. I don't know how many Nora signed up today.
She said almost everybody.
Almost everybody?
Yes. She had to leave.
Okay, the purpose is we're closing out our district grant. We're repairing fields up north, and we promised good participation, and it sounds like we're going to get it. Remember, the club, the grant, although it's being administered by Exmoor, is ours. So that's why we're leaning on you to show up, and I hope it's a good time. Remember that the 11th is
Saturday.
The 11th,
Saturday.
18th, Saturday the 11th, and if there's rain, the rain date will be on the 18th. Cheryl.
What is the field? Is it a baseball field?
Soccer field. Very first illuminated soccer field on the eastern shore, and it could even generate some business around locally because for the first time, they're going to be able to attract tournaments and outsiders, families who are going to be in hotels and restaurants. And it's also going to be the home of the Eastern Shore Community College soccer team until they can get a stadium and some well.
Remind people to bring a shovel or a rake.
Yes, please. If you can, if convenient. It looks like we're going to be doing more than just repairing the field, although it sure needs the help. So, and come when you got a rake or shovel. Don't worry about it. If it's convenient to bring it, please, that'll be helpful. Last thing, the grants committee will meet after this meeting. Now, Crystal and Karen Jolly Davis have volunteered to help write the grant actually for a Mancock. And the subject, or the recipient this year will be Children's Harbor, and they're going to try and build a playground. All right. That's Wayne Bell's. Right. Talk about small towns. Wayne Bell of our club is the CEO of Children's Harbor, which the Anancock Club is going to help out next year with a playground. So, thank you all.
Thank you very much. And FYI, it is this coming Saturday. Those who sign up at the Randy Custis Memorial Park in Nashawada. And they would like everyone to be there starting at 9 a.m. on Saturday, April 11th. Dora said she had signatures from most people here, and she will be sending out another email this week. So be looking out for that. And thank you.
That is,
Yes. Oh.
Regarding the last Saturday of May, is the big arts and entertainment festival up at the CBBS. I will bring a sign-up sheet next week and we'll start signing up. They need 2 shifts of 3 people each, and they'll be for 2.5 hours. That's for the parking duties we'll perform there. So I'll bring a sign-up sheet next week and we'll start getting people lined up. And you are welcome to, if you're on the later shift, come early and you get in for free and with all the entertainment and everything. If you're in the second shift, if you're on the first shift, you do your shift and then you're welcome to stay and join in all the festivities at no cost. So sign up sheet coming next week.
Thank you very much, Jeff.
if you stop by the Lions food court.
Lions food cart, fresh fries, free. I'm saying, you have to only order from stand, because anybody else will probably charge you. Okay, any other announcements? Because I have a few, I want to reinforce what Bill was saying about Giving Tuesday, which is April 28th, and he's going to be mentioning it at each one, so this is just a reinforcement for members to be thinking about Giving Tuesday, April 28th. And this will be, it's an online fundraiser. And generosity will help offer recognition points at designated giving levels like Bill mentioned and Paul Harris. Okay? We have here, Bill, okay, we're supporting the Kippy education, or whatever, Kippy Rotary Club support the request $380 we're giving for the career day at Kippy Elementary School. That's a KDM. And so, and more is needed, huh?
They're having a career day in elementary school.
Oh, yeah, start early. Gotta plant the seed early, expose and do a lot, as much as you can. And so career day, and this is where different careers come in, and expose kids to things. You gotta plant the seed sometime. Best time is when the ground is fertile. So they have found you plant the seeds in elementary schools for things children may never have been exposed to, then they get an interest of, I have a 5-year-old stepdaughter who was doing eye checks on her dog. I don't know why that dog let her dig in her ear, but she did. And she was so happy. She had we had given her a little stethoscope for Christmas. So then she was listening to, she doesn't know it's just for hearts, but she's listening to every part of her body that she can. We had to kind of talk to her about privacy in different parts. Just because you can only reach some part doesn't mean there's a pulse there. So, and we don't know where she's going, and I don't know where she got gerontology, but she said she might be a gerontologist. She heard that somewhere. So those seeds get planted real early, and we're here day off.
I think I misstated. I said TBES. I meant BIC, the Barrier Island Center. Is that last week?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, good, that clarification. And one last thing, the Cape Charles Drop Center, Clean the Bay Day. That's already been mentioned. We're bringing you Saturday, May 2nd at 9 a.m., Cape Charles Drop Club Pavilion. And a participant cookout to follow. So you get fed for working at the Cape Charles Drop Center, Clean the Bay Day. Again, May 2nd.
That's different than ours.
That's different now.
No, that's different.
Okay, do you want to repeat ours then?
Yeah, ours is on the 2nd of May, and we're gonna be meeting at Kippy State Park and doing it there.
All right.
Cape Charles Yacht Center is a different organization.
Okay. Thank you. That came across the Rotary, so I just thought I'd tell it. So I'm sorry I didn't listen to you there. We got 2 things to think about, okay? Okay, any more announcement or updates? Comment?
So no, I was saying that I belong to 3 organizations, that all doing that.
All right. So everybody's doing everything. Got it. All right. Now, do we have any happy dollars?
I was extraordinarily happy, and then that went up to extraordinary plus, so I'm gonna have to cough up some more money, because Rusty Gates is here. So we had to tap a little more money on that, but, no, yeah, give me $5 there, Rusty. Rusty doesn't, let me tell you something. Rusty doesn't make, no.
Okay.
Rusty is absent most Tuesdays. I'd like some attention here, please. Because this is important. Rusty doesn't make every meeting, and the reason Rusty doesn't make every meeting is up in Accomack, he does pro bono work for families who really need help. So, Rusty, we thank you for your service, and we're happy to see you today.
I did get paid.
It's not pro bono? I take it back. No. Yeah. And the fact is, you don't have to do it, and you do it, and the families need it. Oh, okay, with that, but I haven't told my real story yet. Jackie and I last week went to New York City, to see the kids. We also have to go to Connecticut and Westchester County. Between the 2 of us, we have 6 kids. So that's $25.
Any other happy dollars? Okay? None?
Thank you. I said happy dollars because I was able to celebrate the first birthday of my first grandson.
Happy birthday. All right. Any other happy dollars? Okay, Queen of Hearts. Who's that one? What is the heart? P, no, A. Anything else? Ace of heart. Which is the highest? Heart over diamond? Yeah. Okay, ace of heart. You got our money.
You win $14 and you get to pick out of the Queen of Hearts deck, right? I can't give you $14.
I was talking.
Smaller and smaller. It's 10 of diamonds, so.
Just one
Okay, okay. I would like today, hello. I would like to again I now present to you our speaker, Max Buck, our county administrator, who will speak to us today. Okay. Welcome aboard, Max.
Thank you. All right, well, good afternoon. My name is Max Spuck. I'm the new county administrator. Spuck rhymes with everything that you're not allowed to say out loud. Feel free. My wife and I, Kim, moved here from Boston about 10 years ago. We purchased a bed and breakfast in Nantucket, and Kim still runs that bed and breakfast while I live down here in Kiffin. We're hoping we just yesterday, under Happy Dollars, sold one of our downtown buildings so we can invest those proceeds into the inn, make it a bit more marketable, and then she can move down here and stop eating sobers. So what was my wife's name? Thank you. Just checking on you, make sure you're listening. So the first thing that I do when I come into an organization is figure out exactly where we are, what the challenges are, and what levers I have to pull to get there. So the first thing I'm going to do is it's not the happy good news speech that a lot of people were hoping for, I'm sure, but it's honest. And here it is. Back in 1900, we had 20,000 people that lived here. Now we have 12,000. So over the last 125 years, we have slowly moved down. So we have 12,000 people here. 5,400 of those people are in the workforce. Okay, there's a couple people that are starting to nod. 200 of them are unemployed and looking. That's an unemployment rate of 3.5%, which is not bad. Not bad. If you add those together and then take my school-age population, and we have a school district size of 1,265 students, from kindergarten through 12. So if you start doing math, you're going to realize that you have about a 5,000 person shortfall. Meaning we have 5,000 people who live here who aren't part of the workforce. So they're consumers rather than producers. That's not a bad thing, it's just a thing. It's just a thing that we should know. Because when we, when we start looking at what the population is doing, probably one of the key indicators that we should be focusing on is school-age population. The reason school-age population is so important is because that's how the state divvies up sales tax dollars. That's how the county is called a composite index. And a composite index is the formula that the state uses to determine
how much the county should be able to pay for its own education. In the last 2 cycles, that has gone up $1 million each time. That's an indicator of a couple of things. One is that our land is very valuable. We have over $4.5 billion of assessed property in Northampton County. The other thing is we've got high W-2 wages, which sounds weird, especially when I give my next bit. High W-2 wages, high land value, low student count. To the state, that means we're rich. Well, we're not. So our average AMI, which is the median household income, okay, so this is the people right in the middle. There's exactly the same number above, exactly the same number below, okay? Now that's median is the middle. Mean. No, mean is average.
Right.
Median is the middle. MEAN is the average. Median is the middle. Okay. So our median household income, not per person, household income is $60,000. Okay. So that means more than about half of our people earn less than that. Okay, so now let's talk about housing. Housing is, everybody's talking about affordable housing, everybody's talking about attainable housing, everybody's talking about those things. Let me give you the definition from the state's perspective. You have workforce housing, which is anything 60% of the median income and lower. Okay, so for our case, that's $36,000. You've got 60,000 times 60%. Anything under 36,000 is considered workforce. Between 60 and 120% is considered affordable. So if you take 140% of 60, you're at 84,000. Anybody who earns under 84 and above 36 is considered affordable. And then there's overtime. The math is where it gets a little complicated because if you go to apply for a mortgage and your family earns $60,000 a year, the maximum you'll qualify for with a 28% housing burden is $200,000. Okay, so now we're saying, all right, we've got a bunch of people who earn $60,000 or so, and they should be able to purchase a $200,000 home. So today, there are 2 $200,000 homes for sale. There are 19 rental units available. The key behind a healthy rental market is that between 5 and 8% of your total rental units is turning in any one period of time. So it should be between 5 and 8%. Ours is 1.1. So we don't have very many rental units, and those that we do have aren't turning. So that means that nobody's leaving their rental to go buy their first house. Okay? Those are indicators that we just want to make sure we know. So there are 340 houses for sale today in Northampton County. 50% of them are beach, waterfront, or short-term rentals. Over $500,000. So my $60,000 employees, they can only buy up to 200. There's only 2 at 200. The average for the county is 340. That's the average. But that includes all those 500 pluses, right? So if you go out and you start looking at, well, you know, where are these people going to live? There's a mismatch. We have housing that is much more valuable than our residents can afford. So the next question is, well, what what do we do to attract new businesses? Everybody asks, well, they don't have any place to work. Well, the site selection committee for any business, the first thing they look at is workforce availability. Our workforce availability only shows 52.1% of our available workforce participating in the workplace. That is a very low number, and it's gone down from 65. It's steadily moving down. They also look at housing availability. We just talked a little bit about that. So if I'm going to relocate my business here, I'm going to look and see who I can hire and where can my people live. So now I've got two issues. Site readiness is the other one. Site readiness means that we have gone through the energies and the effort to make a parcel available to do business without any problems. What that means is I'm going through and looking on, like LoopNet is a commercial real estate land website. I'll go through LoopNet and say, okay, I've got a parcel, sits right there, it's light industrial zoning, it's on 13, what's next? Well, we could provide surveys, we could get it environmentally cleared so that when they come in, they don't have to worry about that. I can do soil testing to make sure they can fit septic in there if there's no public utilities. So there's things we can do on the front end that will make it easier for somebody to join us. That's really important, especially because we don't have the workforce. So attracting a business that says, we're going to have our people move here is very difficult because they don't have any place to live. Utilities and infrastructure is another thing that they look at. And you all know, our roads are, I would say, in pretty good shape. They're not, VDOT does a great job. But access to sewer and water is very limited. So we've got to figure out what business doesn't need a lot of people that is going to fit into our zoning, that is going to generate a lot of business income for the county. So I've got no people, I've got no infrastructure, so you see where I'm going with how difficult it is going to be to select and to attract businesses. So I told you, it's not the happy good news guy, but I'm coming up on it. Oh, here it is. So the last thing, and I don't know how they quantify this, I know that there's special metrics for it, but it's quality of life. So they look at workforce availability, housing, site readiness, utilities, cost structure, meaning cost of entry. Our land is reasonably inexpensive given where we are located in the Mid-Atlantic. So we actually have a lower point of entry than a lot of people. So that's a good thing. We have a way of life that is second to none. I mean, that's why we're here, is because of the way of life. You don't want anybody standing up here who's going to dramatically change that. But what we do want is somebody who's going to come in and recognize where we are, stick a pin in it, and start pulling some of the levers that we can do to bring our housing inventory up. One of the arguments that I've heard about having more housing is more housing will make our taxes go up. Well, from an economic point of view, that doesn't make any sense. 25% of the houses in Northampton County are 75 years or older. Okay, so 1 out of 4 houses is either a fixer-upper, needs capital repair, or has been blessed, been taken care of for a very long time by folks who have money. But 25% of them, yeah. So the other things that they look at for quality of life are schools. And let me touch on the schools just for a second. The school obviously is going through a major construction project. Okay. It's $92 million for a middle and high school renovation / modernization. That's been budgeted and paid for, so it's not going to result in any kind of spiked out things like that. But one of the things that concerns me is we've gotten through this, we're almost exactly halfway right now. So we've got halfway through a $92 million project. We had $2.8 million in contingency. We've already used $2 million of it. We haven't gotten to the old building yet. So that's where my radar is going up and saying, okay, there might be something on the horizon there. But generally speaking, that is going to be one of the finest educational facilities in all the land, and it ought to be. But it is going to be well cared for, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Healthcare access, one of the things that I would love to be able to figure out is how to get a health hub in Nassawadox where the old hospital pad was. And a health hub can be anything from physical therapy to memory care to podiatry to dentistry for private dentists. But right now, we have so many people that are leaving the shore because there's no health care here. But there's a great opportunity right there. It's got the sewer, it's got the water, it's got Riverside right next door, it's got Eastville right down the road, so we need to figure out how to pitch rural health in Eastville, or rural health in Riverside rather, to get a business that would generate feeders for them. So what we want to be able to do is take the same patients and move them from one facility to another, not having them leave the shore. So we need to get the care where people can stay here on the shore. So healthcare is one of the things. Public safety, I don't know if anybody's been paying attention, but I have been meeting with each of the volunteer fire chiefs. We have 5 houses in the county. And I've been meeting with each of the chiefs to go through kind of where they are. Because somebody asked me, how in the world is a volunteer fire department supposed to fund a ladder truck at $3 million? And I said, that's a very fair question. I said, but the same day I asked that, Cape Charles had one of the frames rust out on theirs, and that's $900,000. These numbers are far bigger than a volunteer fire department was ever designed to carry, ever. So, you're going to start hearing me talk a little bit more about funding those at a level that matches the need that we've got. Some of these equipment, I mean, I'm not kidding. There's a 1983 brush truck out there running around right now. 1983. Okay. So now that I've flooded you with all the good news, the next question is, well, what are you going to do about it? Okay. Well, we've got an economic development authority, and the economic development authority I'm going to be working with right now to come up with incentives that the county might offer to a business that comes in. In lieu of taxes, we'll do this, or a loan in lieu of whatever we need to do to bring people here to get the conversation moving. They're also going to be we're already supporting new businesses with grants. I don't know if you know the Pearl Market down the way that got purchased, and the county supported a grant application from them for $15,000, and the state's going to 2-to-1 match. So that's $45,000 that we're bringing right here without payback to folks who need it to renovate that space. We're also going to be developing an EDA website that's specifically designed and targeted to businesses that would benefit us here. Remember I mentioned the sites that we've got, so I'm going to go through and I'll have all the locations ready, I'll have the zoning right, I'll have the environmental cleared, and now we just need to have somebody come and say, yeah, this works, I've got access, I've got utilities, whatever I need. We're just trying to make it easy to have folks come here. And that's just one way that we're going to do it. We're also going to develop streamline permitting processes from EDA, meaning if you're going to come in here with a project that is going to match or align with our 2040 comp plan, I'm going to do all I know how to do to help you be successful. Meaning, I don't want you to get jammed up downstairs in the zoning department. I want to be able to walk that straight through. We've already checked the environmental, we've already done the survey, we've already, so it should be a lot easier to streamline those things. Our planning commission is working on our zoning. Right now, it's very difficult in the county to determine who can do what where. We have 33% of our land is agriculture. I don't ever see that or hope that changes. But there are 67% of our land that's available for residential, for light industrial, for commercial. So we're looking at putting the right people in the right place for right now. And that's not an easy mix, but we're trying to do that a little bit with zoning. The town edge zoning that people are talking about, the concept is we would allow higher density housing near incorporated towns. So on the outskirts of Cape Charles, that would be a place for housing. That's the idea of it. So I don't know where they're going to go with it, but they're working on it. We have also got things like cluster developments. We've got auxiliary dwelling units that right now aren't by right. So there's things that we can do to maybe increase the housing inventory without a lot of land disturbance. So, and that might just get us through a couple of these little project phases. I'm not going to talk about density. The Board of Supervisors is the third group. They're the ones that, I'm going to say, painted the picture of the comp plan for where we're going. It's called, 2040, Northampton 2040. It gives a very clear picture of what we're going to look like then. It's a really important document. And what I think it does better than anything is the board understood that we do need affordable housing, but we need it in the right place. We do need to be able to have a larger workforce pool. We do need to have more younger families so that our school funding stays up. Those are big, big, huge numbers, and they're really important for us to start working on. So that's the Board of Supervisors is governing the entire ship while we drive it along. So I think we've got everything we need to succeed. We just simply need to stop, look where we are, find out what we need to do to increase younger families, to increase affordable housing, to, not change the shore, not put Piggly Wiggly out on 13. Nobody wants to do that. So just inch by inch and bit by bit. So that's it. Anybody got any questions?
No? Matt, welcome to the shore. Good luck. I've been involved in what you're, half of what the EPA's program, EDA. Business development is a full-time job. You've got a full-time job, and what you just described is you're doing 2 full-time jobs.
I'm doing full-time jobs right now.
Yes.
But once it's developed,
Can you hire a business development executive?
I don't know that I could support it right now because our revenue streams, I'll tell them you said so. Our revenue streams right now are almost 1-for-1 dependent on real estate taxes. So let me tell you what next year's budget's going to look like. You want to hear this year's? Come on the 14th. Next year's budget, we don't have any reassessments, we don't have any taxes, we don't have any composite index. It's just going to be inflation moving forward. A 2.75% raise for the schools and the county costs $1 million. Okay, we're going to give everybody a 2.75% raise. Where am I going to get the $1 million? Keep in mind, I haven't paid for more expensive gas or anything else yet. So, and here's another little interesting statistic. For every $350,000 we spend, it's 1 penny of real estate taxes. So if it's $1 million, I know it's 3 cents. I don't have anywhere else to get the money. So that's why we're doing all these things that we're doing.
It's a chicken and egg thing.
It is, and the evidence clearly shows that housing has to come first. It just has to come first. They don't-
Zoning it.
Yeah, I mean, Exmoor's gonna be facing it tonight. And my personal opinion doesn't make a whit bit of difference, but, they're looking at 40 houses in 4 years. Because by the time you get your permitting done and your drawings done and your site work done and your environmental done, that's 3 years. Then you build houses, you can only build 40 a year. So by the end of 4 years, you're looking at 40 houses. That's not changing the soul of anything. But the infrastructure's there for a lot more. If they start building them and they stop selling them, I promise you they'll stop building them. That's the way the economy works. So I don't worry too much about changing the soul of who we are by having a larger village. It's more along the lines of when I drive up 13, I love seeing our farmland. I just love it. I love looking out over the horizon, and I love going down to Air Hall and looking out over the water. I mean, we live in a very special, very beautiful place, and it won't change. It won't change, but we have to do a little bit.
Thank you. Besides restaurants, I have no imagination. What kind of business could come?
If I were scripting the world right now, I would be looking at next level energy, because the energy consumption in the United States is going to double in the next 10 years. Our infrastructure can't absorb that. The data centers alone are, they're sapping up, or they're tapping into all of our natural resources and whatnot. There's some fission studies that are going on that are really interesting that aren't damaging to property. So I wouldn't bring anything that would be harmful to the land, because we also have a single source aquifer, and we need to make sure that our groundwater is protected forever. So as far as other kinds of things, I'd really like to see businesses that support our current businesses. So an example might be, I went out to Cherry Stone and he gave me the tour and all of that, really neat place. My question was, what business, if it were located next door, would make your life better? What about the cardboard boxes that you ship these things out in? Pick it. So that's the kind of conversation I want to start having, is what are the tangential businesses that, we've got beautiful legacy heritage businesses here. Buchanan stopped a while ago, but that's not the only kind of food processing there is these days. Is there something that we can do there? Because I've got an unskilled labor force also, so I can't bring in, engineering firms. Yeah.
Have you thought about leveraging NASA and the needs for aerospace?
That's one of the four industries that they're focusing on they call it the Alliance, but it's the Economic Development for Hampton Roads. They're doing defense, energy, aerospace, and offshore energy. Yeah. Logistics. So we're dovetailing with them to try to figure out if they've got a business that might be a better fit in a rural spot rather than an urban spot. Maybe there's a way that we can work together. I've been talking with the folks at the bridge to find out if there's any way that if a transport vehicle was going back and forth, can we do something with the toll? There's lots of creative ways to get around that. But so, yeah.
You mentioned light industrial.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of a topic area. Has there been any thought about the category really
be able to serve our neighbors. And many supply chain supporters are not on site. Yeah, no, the supply chain is a really important phrase you use. And because of where we're located, our proximity to both Wallops and Philadelphia and Shipyard and Richmond, we're in a really good strategic spot if it doesn't cost you your firstborn child on tools. Yeah.
A couple of things. Maybe this is already done, but as far as income goes, places that are resort areas, use Ocean City, Maryland, as an example. For rentals, they charge an add-on tax for people that rent. I think it's 10% in Ocean City. So on top of the sales tax, there's another 10%.
Yeah, the transient occupancy tax in the county is 5%. So anytime you stay in a room, it's 5%. If you go into Cape Charles proper, they actually have an incrementally more expensive tier than.
And the other thing as far as jobs go, I mean, I can't help but notice all the trucks, repair trucks and everything with Norfolk and Virginia Beach addresses on the side of the truck. We're over here repairing people's homes. And whether the home is 75 years old or it's brand new, the home needs fixing up. Are you trying to attract businesses like that, home repair businesses, or even builders to come over here instead of everything having to come across the British Tunnel?
Well, it would be very hard for me to look my contractors and builders in the face and say, I'm going to go over there and start shopping for them. So I would rather support local businesses in any way that I reasonably can.
Yeah.
And that's not that easy because I can't, typically if a government wants to change your behavior, they introduce a tax. And there's nothing that I can do about buying local. And the state doesn't measure it that way, so I can't even take an extra percent of, you know.
Yeah, well, I'm not talking about taking percentage of money or whatever. I'm talking about actual businesses, home repair, locating over here on the shore, instead of getting a phone and getting on the phone and all these people have to come and pay for the tunnel. We're paying for all the businesses over there, not here.
I understand. You know, it's very true. I mean, some of the services that are available across the bridge aren't available here.
Yeah.
So, you know, but they're also, our market's not big enough to support a new business. I mean, we have 12,000 people, 5,000 in the workforce. What industry could possibly be supported by that?
Well, one thing I don't think you can get is for like farm machinery repairs and maintenance and upkeep and so forth from across the Brick Baker's Tunnel. Are there any businesses here that do that kind of work?
Here's a really interesting, this kid got up and talked at the Board of Supervisors meeting. He couldn't have been 11, I mean, 10 maybe, okay? He's at the advanced manufacturing building up at the old middle school doing the 3D printing. And he says if the farmer comes in with a picture, with an old broken part, and I can scan it, and I can print it for him, and he can be back in business like that.
Wow.
Typically, you'd have to be, 3-4 weeks out. So there are innovative and young people here that are pretty impressive. See, okay. No, it's gonna get out.
In the beginning, when you're giving all the statistics that you put in, how can you count people who own short-term rentals? How are they doing that?
The way, and there's services now that do this electronically. I strongly support those businesses because they scour every website for an address. And once they find an address, they find out if you're really renting that space. So how many do we have in Northampton County, outside of the towns, that are true short-term rentals? And then how do we enforce that? Our Commissioner of Revenue is responsible for auditing and doing that type of thing, but she can only audit what she knows about. So we're going to be looking very hard at getting an organization into tell us who out there is a short-term rental. Make sure they're paying their top, make sure they're following the zoning rules.
And how do we keep all this housing that we need to create?
Hmm?
How do we keep those from being
How do we keep those from what?
becoming short-term rentals?
Oh, you can put qualifiers in the deed. That part travels with the land, that's a legal thing, no problem.
Qualifiers in the deed, really?
Yeah, I can put limitations on the deed.
Oh. Okay.
I've got a question
Mhm.
about the cooperation between Acton and York County. Are they same issues with different structures?
Yeah, they actually have quite different issues. Their population is, yeah, it's about triple ours. And with the new gas line that they're bringing in, that's going to allow the chicken plants to score higher on their corporate evaluations because the cost of energy is going to be dropped by so much more. That'll also bring possibilities of new industries up there. We don't have that down here. So their issue with school funding, they didn't get an increase because their land value didn't go up, but their student count went up a little bit. So even a little bit helps with that composite index. It really is a frightening formula. All right, hearing none. Oh, what do you got?
Just to follow up.
Yeah.
How do you cooperate, or do you cooperate at all with those development edition? Are you part of what they're doing over there?
I'm not part of the alliance, but I work with the alliance. I also work with the workforce agency that just took over for the shore. They partner with the workforce agency in Hampton Roads. So we're starting to connect that way. And Mike Mason and I, by the way, are good friends, and we, if I've got a problem, I'll call him and he'll do the same. So as far as the collegiality between counties, it's getting better. There's still a football game in 1984 that there's some contentions about.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you, Matt. Don't go anywhere. I have something for you. Yep, it's very interesting. I know I have a lot more questions.
All right.
Because really we are dedicated to Eastern Shore and for the growth of Eastern Shore, but not overgrowth.
Yeah.
And you seem to be going in the right direction.
I hope so.
Thank you for sharing this with us. And come
Thank
back
you.
and keep us updated.
I will. Thank you
And
so
here's
much.
your Rotary Cup from.
And if there's any leaks in the room, I have graphs of all of my statistics.
Thank you very much. Are there any other announcements or anything else that needs to be discussed? If not, we will say our, or wait.
And will we have fun?
Yes. Alright. I'm good, Hey.
You're going to the ball game now.
Good. Good thing, Z. Great sound today?
Yes, sir.
All right. How's your puppy?
What's the name?
Gentlemen, privilege.
Great meeting.
It was. I thought it would go good. Good to see you here, Muddy. If I pass out anytime, just tell them I'm on meds. Okay? It's just I lose balance and get lightheaded sometimes.
But you can't go on meds forever. What's the
No,
plan?
I'm doing physical therapy too.
Okay.
And they're seeing what works and
No,
nothing
no,
works.
no surgery in the.
That might be that. He was just diagnosed last month, 6 weeks ago. They started physical therapy. That
He's high as a kite.
I've been enjoying it. I told him I passed out during this thing. He's okay.
Hey, Karen,
Hey, now.
move your meeting to another table because we're gonna put all our stuff away.
Hello, Paul.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, don't bring your heart.
All right, what's up next?
Wow. Uh-oh.
That's right. That's where. This is how it works out. You couldn't have it.
Great idea. I think we'll try to do something like this.
Yeah, this one. Thank you, Logan.
Wow, it really is.
I want to take a picture with you.
Want to. So I gave you a couple. Perfect. She said she's thinking about doing something like that.
I like this. This is great.
Can you take a picture, Bill?
Yeah, make it easier.
Why don't we take a picture of you handing her the cup?
There you go. Oh, we go.
Okay, look this way. Check and see if, you don't know who you're This has been great having you.
We're good.
I don't know what I'd do without you guys.
Hey, okay, good, 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 good.
That's it, right? We're good?
That sounds good.
Right, and so,
See you guys later.
welcome again.
You're almost taller than your mom. About 3 more months.
Same, perfect time.
Yeah, thanks again.
I think I'm gonna wind up.
But you're on the chart. You at least have acknowledge.
I'll be coming. I love everyone, but not that one.
Right. Okay. Okay, now. Have a nice day, everybody. And you, Jim, too.
Have a nice day.
To your
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Just at the reading, right?
Yes, you just have to do
See,
it.
my problem was, I had to go to that funeral.
No, the rules are written in.
So,
Yeah.
so, we'll figure it out, yeah.
Each time.
No, the sign up for the,
Probably get a corporate.
Sherman Bacon.
Oh, that's left with.
Right,
Oh,
did you get that big one? Oh, I sent you an email that they said you got it. Thank you.
Right at 9:00.
Yep.
Up in Custis.
Yeah. I'll be over. I guess when Jonathan also came, she brought it. About it, I was going to ask you about it. Can you send it out? Yeah. Well, I'll find it, I'll let you know what. Okay. I'll need a search. You got my address. Little street. Yeah.
So nice. And it's at, 9 a.m.
Appreciate it.
We're going to do a
Oh, okay.
and it's going to be 9 a.m. at,
Yep.
Oh, that was.
Got to go over there. All right.
Thank you.
It's like, you tell me where you like. On your back. Just to tell everybody how great we got.
I'm serious. Everybody knows that. Everybody go to jail for lying.
Everybody knows what a great guy you
I don't know about
are.
that.
If you need me to tell somebody.
I know one person at home who doesn't think so.
Yeah, what's her number? I should know because, she's my sister at this place.
Okay, take care.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
I don't know.
Here, tell us.
He forgot about our meeting. Hey, Jim.
I mean, his stuff is still there.
Huh?
He's still there.
Was it gonna warm up this afternoon?
Oh,
No.
still Thursday or Friday. All right.
Up and down, up and down.
pretty soon it'll be up and we'll be open and down again.
Yeah, because it's so hard.
Can't be too hot for me. Well, you know, 95. I like shorts and a t-shirt kind of guy. I love it.
Yeah.
Bill, did you used to be in the choir or something? You got a strictly voice.
Yeah, it's out too. Here's the voice. Yes. I'm just loud.
No, you're not. You actually did pretty good.
Tell
He comes close to me. He's not out of the hole.
Where's?
One, two,
Yeah, stuff like
three.
that. That's yelling. That's not singing. So, he's at the bar doing something. Oh. He must be paying the bill.
That's what it is. That's good.
Oh, okay.
Are you just good?
All right.
Okay, good. Next time we do,
See you in the town.
it'll be Saturday.
Oh, that's right. See you Saturday.
It's not going to be simple to write. Not much higher.
Okay. It's not about my people.
Have either of you, so the two things I thought we'd try and do today.